Zero net emissions equals zero net immigrations? What are we talking about? Hello, this is Chart GPT today. First of all, what is net zero? Well, here's a kind of a definition here. Reference to the balance between the amount of greenhouse gases that are produced and the amount that is removed from the atmosphere. It can be achieved through a combination of emission reduction and emission removal. I think everybody kind of knows that, but I thought I'd just state the obvious. But you know, they've been telling us, all our elites have been telling us that we need to worry about climate change, and of course we're here to help people, of course. So climate change, here's a quote from Kerry Kennedy. Climate change is the greatest threat to humanity. There seems to be a theme here. Climate change is happening. Humans are causing it. And I think this is perhaps the most serious environmental issue facing us. That's Bill Nye, the science guy. Remember him? And Joe Biden, our president there, climate change is the existential threat to humanity. There's another one. Remember David Attenborough? Right now we are facing a man-made disaster of global scale, the greatest threat in thousands of years. Climate change. So that's the narrative. Here's even a scientist from some university. Climate change is widely recognized as the greatest threat to human rights of the 21st century. Even Barack Obama, no challenge poses a greater threat to the future generation than climate change. So this is a really serious thing. Of course, here's Al Gore. We are confronting a planetary emergency, a threat to the survival of our civilization. So this is a serious issue, according to these folks, and we need to take it seriously. So everything's got to be on the table, correct? Right? I mean, this is what they want. And we want to help these folks out here. So, you know, here's kind of some numbers here and what they want to do. This latest Paris agreements that Joe Biden has re-signed up to, and this on the current path, the way we're heading, we're just going up, 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 and they need to come down, down, down. So you can see that we're nowhere close to meeting those goals. So this is the big push with EVs and windmills and solar panels, and et cetera, et cetera. Here's the U.S. specifically, kind of here we're at there and where we want to be. So by 2030, they're even talking like putting all the military on electric-powered tanks. That should be interesting. So here we are. We're ready to help these folks. So let's not be so negative and just claim that the whole climate change is a hoax. I mean, let's see if we can help them out here. So looking at this picture here, there's many ways. Remember, we can either reduce carbon or eliminate it. If we look at the carbon emissions by country, so here we have U.S. at 14.4, and that's the tons per person. And you go to countries like Mexico, South America, even Africa, they're way down. Let's take an average of 2. So we asked the AI, what if we look at the immigration over the last 30, 40, 50 years here? Since the 1970s, there's been about 48 million immigrants coming to the U.S. What if that was immigration net zero? So we asked the AI, and it comes out anywhere from 600 to almost 1 billion tons. Wow. And you can see here by that chart, you are here. We're about 5.5 billion, and if we reduce that, we could actually start meeting our targets. So in fact, if we want net zero emissions, we could do net immigration, and that would solve the problem. Now remember, you know, whatever you think of immigration, it doesn't matter all the issues surround it. We are facing the greatest existential threat to the planet, and everything must be on the table. So I do think that this zero net immigration has to be thought of, because you don't want to move low carbon footprint people into the high carbon footprint people, and that's why you would want to have a zero net immigration. It is a solution. Take a look at our AI write-up on the post link in the description box, and take our online poll. Should zero net immigration be part of the climate change agenda in terms of immigration or climate change? Interesting point there. Maybe there's a meeting of the left and right politically. Now don't forget to subscribe.